All right, welcome everyone to part 3 of MSR 2.0. We are going to be covering the Batterer's Intervention Program MSR data in the updates to Coalition Manager, also known as MSR 2.0. I am Janelle Williams.
And I'm Laura Zahn.
And we are going to go ahead and jump right in. If you've already seen the DV and the SV MSRs, you'll notice that we are going to be having a new platform. It's not open quite yet, but we want to give you a sneak peek of what it's going to look like. And we're just going to go through the new elements that you will see in your new MSR forms.
So under the BIP service, really has not been a lot of changes. You're going to still collect the number of new participants that voluntarily came to BIP, and then the number of new participants that were court-ordered. The differences are just going to be going to see these totals, and that'll come just a little later as we talk through why that's important. Unmet request for Batterer intervention services, you're still going to collect the total for that.
And then you're going to be also reporting the same information you were before as far as the number of groups and the number of individuals attending each and every group. And then also same with counseling, the number of counseling contacts and the number of counseling hours for individuals as well as those groups for Batterer intervention.
So as far as demographics, you're still collecting the same demographics that you were of ethnicity. However, and this is for new participants, however, again, these totals are a new element that you're going to see. That becomes really important because when you enter your MSRs and you submit those, an error message is not going to pop up. So if you had however many of new participants, and then down here under ethnicity, if the total doesn't match, you're not going to get the error message, which is why you really need to pay attention to the totals so that those match what was submitted from above. If you enter into the multiracial section, there used to be a drop-down box. There isn't going to be a drop-down box anymore. It's just the section below. So if you enter something under multiracial, make sure you're filling out this multiracial details section as well.
All right, and then we also have ages of new participants. This is going to be the same as what you were collecting before. Again, look at those totals, double check your totals. You will not get an error message if your totals don't match. So please make sure the total number of new participant ages matches your total number of participants.
As far as the section under interpreter, this has only changed a little bit. So this is the number of new individuals provided interpretation services. That's if they're receiving that service for the first time. And that's for both non-English languages and deaf or hard of hearing. You are still going to collect the number of contacts new and ongoing and the number of hours the interpretation services were provided new and ongoing. And then below that, the number of groups or classes held in which interpretation services were provided. So it's the total number for the month. But the number of new individuals attending those, that's new for you. So the first time they're attending one of those, you're going to want to put that in this section. And you count them one time. Then the number of individuals needing interpreter services in groups, new and ongoing, that's something you're going to continue to collect. And then remember, interpreting services, that has to do with verbal, and then translation has to do with written. So if you do have to have documents translated, once they have completely been translated, make sure that you enter the total there.
All right, and you're almost finished with your BIP MSR. The last thing that you need to do is you need to enter a success story at least once a year. You do not have to do this section every month, but at least once throughout the year you need to be entering in a success story. It could be of a participant or it could be of something that your program is doing that has just really made strides in advancing your program's work. So feel free to share those. Also know that on your grant funder reports, they like to see those success stories. They will ask you about that on your annual report. Feel free to use it twice. Just make sure you're getting in at least once a year.
And please remember to remove any personally identifying information if you are sharing the story of someone.
And then once you're finished, you just tell them you're not a robot, you save and you submit, and you are finished with your BIP MSR. So we hope you found that very helpful and educational, and that you're as excited about our MSR 2.0 as we are. And we just thank you for participating and watching this video.
And if you've got any questions, please call us at the Coalition toll-free at 888-666-1911. And Janelle and I have also included our email addresses. So please feel free to call with any questions. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.